Hey, morning AP Stat students. Sorry I'm a bit late. I'm not sure if anybody will be watching at this time anyways or watching when you get to the Unit 7 project. So I wanted to do this little recording today to talk about this My Motives Unit project when you get here. The video will be here when you get here. And the reason I want to talk about it a little bit is because I used to put, the first year I didn't put up a sample project. And then everybody asked me for a sample project. And the second year I put up a sample project. And then I got all pretty much the same thing because they did it like the sample. And I mean, you can technically go through the motivational theory and talk about each one. But you might not be asking this question, what really motivates you, right? I should see some of you have gotten to know pretty well through your work. Others of you, all of you, I'm still learning things with. But, what really motivates you? And some of the motivational theories that you've been learning about might be more important to you right now than others. They might be the thing. So let's look at the project a little bit. And I just want you to see how it doesn't have to be the same as everybody else's. So, blah, blah, blah. I think up here is just I want you to use this. And so I want you to try to, in all of my projects, I hope you've seen that the point is that by using the theories that you talk to you. So the assignment would be busy work if you explain why you wore jeans today or Fruit Loops. He's joking. I did borrow this project. So here's the theories that you have, right? You have arousal theories, Maslow's hierarchy. Some of you might, aggression might play a bigger role than not. And talks about the gender. Are you stereotypical gender for your aggression? Not. How does Yerkes-Dotson law apply to you and your motivation? Are you using it in sports and school and what? So, there's so many places here. These are the kind of issues you're trying to touch on. But really, what gets you up in the morning? What gets you going? Like I can give you if I was talking about this, one of my intrinsic motives, so I would put this as really important, is I had my kids a little bit later in life. So I was 31 when I had my first child and almost 40 by the time Trudy was born. And I envision myself, when they're teenagers. And I want to be able to still do things with them. So Mount Triglav is a Slovenian mountain not very far from here. I want to be able to climb it with my kids when they're strong enough to do it. So it's not hard for me to get up every morning and work out because I have that there is my motivation. And it, also think of it, it's motivating you right now. It's not necessarily what, most of us are not very motivated by food because food is always in our life. If it was not, we would be really motivated by it. But it's always something kind of there, so it's in the background. Anyways, these are the kinds of things I wanted you to think about with the project. Let's go back to the course page just a little bit because you can see some things on my course page that you can't see on yours. So let's just spend, right, you're finishing here with motivation this week. Next week, we're going to look at emotion, which I think is real. I did it as an A-level project, but, I just see it over and over again how the inability to really understand your emotions or deal with them leads to, it's the basis of addiction. It's the basis of so much stress in your life. It's why stress comes next. So when we look at it that, first we're going to talk about emotion, but then when we talk about coping with stress, and you'll see there's a project for coping with your stress. I think it's really useful to life, not just to psychology, but learning how to handle your thoughts and how your thoughts then lead to different emotions and lead to either higher stress or lower stress is very important. And we're going to finish Unit 7 off with personality theories. I just put it up, just as a little word. Did I forgot to put it in the right spot. Let me put editing on real fast here. So I was just listening to one of Jordan Peterson's rather older lectures on Freud, and I think he does, let's see, it doesn't want to let me move it. I want to move it over here. It has to finish loading the page. Anyways, his lecture talks about how we can really understand Freud's work of the unconscious, placing in its cultural context, and then kind of seeing, well, if we take it out of that cultural context, how does it apply to us? Anyways, eventually I'll move that into the right spot. March 1st to the 5th, we come to the end of Unit 7. Unit 8 brings you up to including the spring break, which is Unit 8 is on disorders and treating disorders. And then you see we get into the last 2.5 weeks of new content with Unit 9. And then we continue with our AP preparation, which we've been doing all along. So I hope that helps you with the project, helps you see, when we look at this, let's count the weeks real quick. Let's see what we got here, because it goes so fast from now on. It's really unbelievable how quickly it'll go. So we got 1, 2, 3. I don't know why I still have this hidden. Let's show this section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 weeks of new content, and then you're done. So, you're pushing hard, and I appreciate all your hard work. Please continue to put the work now, and don't push it into the future. I'm going to go back over here where I can see it's just me and maybe one other. So we'll see if there's any questions, and then this is here so you know how to do your project. So no questions. Good luck with your project, and keep sending me your questions on Teams, Skype, or email.